I'm into digital marketing, e-commerce, and distribution. So I'm going to talk to you about leverage today. And well, before that, I'm going to tell you about my first job. Okay, I'm recently a father, so I have a 1-year-old daughter. Well, some say she looks like me or the mom, but well, I'm very thankful to be a father now. But 8 years ago when we started business, I didn't actually know anything about digital marketing or business. And when I recently became a father, all the more, I didn't know anything about it. But so that's my daughter. But I get a resource from our pediatrician that says, your daughter has to have emotional development, social development, language and communication, cognitive skills, and, well, physical development. But I often tell him, yeah, I think she can walk a bit, but she falls a lot. But she can talk, but actually babbles a lot, but she can't still speak words. But I often tell my doctor, but you know what? My daughter can play the iPhone very well. My daughter can hold a digital camera. My daughter can hold the mouse and click with a certain degree of accuracy. But the doctor, I think, shrugs it off as some kind of play or something that's not important. But I think it's really important because I think this is a skill. This is a skill that I think I didn't have when I was young. And I think most of you, when you were a 1-year-old kid, you didn't know how to do these things. But I'm actually amazed. So I put digital acuity in this slide. So I hope I'm not a pediatrician. I hope you don't quote me on this. But I'm just amazed at how my daughter controls all these things. I don't know how she does it. But thinking about this when I was doing the presentation, I thought, if being a baby has certain skill sets that you need to achieve in business, I think they say that you have to have money, connections, and influence. Well, I think it's important to have one. But to have a bigger business, they say that you have to have more money, more connections, and more influence. I think this is true to some extent. But I noticed that even with more money, more connections, and more influence, our business problems do not go away. I think they even increase, and I think it can be nerve-wracking. And for 8 years, believe me, I know that. But thinking about it, thinking about Ali, my daughter, having a digital acuity skill set, why don't we add digital to the mix of being in business? Why don't we add it? So actually, a lot of us are doing it already. We have a lot to choose from: softwares, applications, automated systems, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I think we're doing it, but sometimes I think some things are holding us back. Some things like it can be expensive, complicated, but for me, the tools that you use don't have to be grand or expensive or complicated. It just has to work for you. So before I proceed, I'd like to tell you that these examples that I'm going to give you are first-hand experiences that we encountered in our business. These examples also show you that they don't have to be expensive or grand or complicated. We just used them because we needed to solve certain problems in our business. So let's start with operations. Okay, the first part is we wanted to optimize how we worked. When we started, we were just 5 people. Now, I don't know how many we are. When we started, I just had one company. Now, we have 4 companies in the Philippines and more abroad. Global Shopping takes care of our e-commerce business. Jumpstart is our distribution business. And Ingenuity is our digital business. And recently, we've opened up shop. It's called ITP Sven. It's a partnership between a Japanese global company and Sven to cater to Japanese clients here in the Philippines. So let's talk about Sven Ingenuity. This is our biggest company among the 5. So when we started, it was okay. Actually, ironically, 5 years ago, we are a digital company, but at the back, we're still using a lot of paper. So I think we thought we needed to change that. So we searched a lot of solutions. There are a lot of pre-built solutions. Actually, we tried some of them. And well, after 1 to 2 years, we realized, I think this is not working out the way it should have been. So we built our own. So we wanted to solve overtime. As you know, as an agency, overtime is a problem. And you have to keep track of the projects and manpower. So we wanted to solve overtime in our agency. So what we did was we built a tracking solution for our own company with our own business process so that we can now track tasks, costs, documents, and analytics on certain projects. So we want to be profitable on a per project level already. Because previously, things would get lost in translation, documents would get lost, but we wanted just to centralize everything. So we built our own. So this is an example of us just building our own because we wanted to solve something that's very close to us. So our target this year, because we recently launched a solution, is to reduce overtime to 2 hours a week instead of the 10-hour-a-week overtime average that we have. And we want to increase overall efficiency in our company. So the second example that I want to tell you is about digital marketing. So, well, digital, as you know, can enhance your brand. So what we did for our client was we built an app. So this is an app for acne medicine called EpiDuo. So this is a companion app that we called EpiJourney. So what this does is this empowers people to actively partake in logging their acne medication. So what we do is the doctors would give you your medication, ask you to download the app, and now the patient is empowered to log his and her own progress. And on the other side, the doctors are given a console where they can immediately see the patient's progress even without consultation. So this one, around 60 doctors are already using this, and the Philippines is actually the testing ground for this app. So if proven successful in a couple of months, it will be deployed to countries around the world like Sweden, Chile, Singapore, Mexico, Argentina. So I think for this one, this app is a simple app. It's a selfie app, but it does solve the doctor and patient problem for acne medication. So the next slide is digital for sales. So let me then ask, how can we fast track the growth of expansion for our business? So this is an example from our distribution business. So Lily Baby, as you know, we distribute Lily Baby here in the Philippines. For those of you who don't know what Lily Baby is a high-end baby carrier. Well, this is our most premium product. This is made out of microfiber instead of the usual cotton. So we projected, we got surprised when we got the contract for Lily Baby a couple of months back. Actually, we didn't expect it. We just got a call and they said, oh, you got the distributorship. And we wanted to move right away. So we figured from, shipping the goods to our warehouse, shipping it to the reseller's warehouse, closing the deals with other resellers, and shipping it again to the stores, we projected that it would kind of take us more or less 6 months. So that's our money in product form, sleeping for 6 months. In Filipino, natutulog yung pera. And we wanted to solve that. So what we did was, while the shipment was on the way, we built an e-commerce site. We did it for a week. We didn't sleep. We did it for a week. We built an e-commerce site, and we boosted it online. And what came out was we earned more than 2 million pesos in products before a single product hit the store. Now, 30 years ago, I think this is unheard of. 30 years ago, you have to wait for your products to be in the stores for people to buy it. We accepted pre-orders. Well, we delivered them now, but when we accepted pre-orders, we didn't know that we'd generate this much revenue. And when the products first came out in Rustans, in our first month, we got sold out. We said, hey, I think we even created awareness when we boosted for our pre-orders. So let me just plug a bit. We are on our second product now. We're bringing in 4 moms. This is a high-end baby gear. And we are bringing in products like push-button automatic strollers. So you just push a button and the stroller will pop out and compress. We have products like baby seats and with a robotic arm so it can soothe your baby. And a play yard that can instantly open and close in one push of a button. So we're saying, hey, we'll build a site again. The products are set to come out in the stores in about 3 months, but we'll build a site again. In about 2 weeks, we are ready to accept another set of pre-orders because it worked before, and I believe that it will work again and again. And all the products that we'll bring in, we will be building a site and accepting pre-orders. So to close, I think the examples that I showed now are typical in nature. You could have already done it. But I think, again, the solutions that you choose for your business, I think they just have to work for you. And I talk about leverage now because I want you all to think about what digital solutions can you use to leverage your business forward. I want you to think about digital not as a abstract concept or not as a future thing that we should do because we should be doing this, but think about it as a tool that you can use now. Well, that ends my presentation, but to give you a background about myself, we started digital Sven Ingenuity 8 years ago, and we're now in our, well, we're now operating a distribution business for Jumpstart, and we're now opening stores in Singapore, and with our recent partnership with a Japanese company, we'll be present around the world. So, thank you.